Hello, and welcome to A Word of Hope for Saturday of the 28th week of Ordinary Time. Today, the first reading comes from St. Paul's letter to the Romans, and it brings up that age-old argument and balance act between the law and faith. It's very challenging because there were Romans, there were Jews not wanting to believe in Jesus, not wanting to believe in the light, because he didn't adhere to or because the teachings did not go along with the Mosaic law and all they had learned from the beginning. And Paul is trying to get them to see that the law is important, but it's not all there is. There's Jesus now. There's the light. And so Paul says to the Romans, brothers and sisters, it was not through the law that the promise was made to Abraham and his descendants that he would inherit the world, but through the righteousness that comes from faith. That, of course, refers to Abraham being promised in his old age that he was to bear a son, who was Isaac, and Sarah, his wonderful wife, in her old age was to conceive. And Abraham was asked in faith to believe that what God said to him would come to be. My preaching partner of nearly 25 years, Sister Ann, used to always say in one of her preachings, what God says, God does. And that's what Paul is trying to get them to see, that our faith cannot be limited to the rules and regulations of religion, that although they are important, there is something more. That sometimes our faith requires that we take a risk, that we step out in faith. Have you ever heard that saying? We step out in faith when we are not even guaranteed the outcome. You and I might have many examples in our lives of having to step out in faith without knowing what the outcome would be. It's exactly what Abraham had to do, exactly what Sarah had to do, exactly what Paul tells the Romans and us that you and I sometimes have to do. We have to believe that what God says, God does. And it is as relevant in our lives today as it was for Abraham. God bless you.